Now, we said we're not going to bring him up, but there is news on Jaden Rashada. The lawsuit filed by Rashada against Florida head coach Billy Napier will be a year in 2 or 3 months from now. All the depositions filed by sometime October 1st, but that trial is at least on schedule now for July, late July, which is towards the end of the summer. Not this year, but next.
Well, I think the reason I sent this to you guys is that I think this case, when it comes to buyouts, obligations, collectives, and all that, is going to be very telling down the line for what the rules are going to be. Because this is going to, since it's going to go to trial, this is going to kind of expose all the things that the collective did wrong and that Jaden Rashada might have done wrong. On the surface, it doesn't look like he did much wrong. They foolishly said, hey, before you come here, we're going to give you this much money and it's going to be deposited in your bank account by February 1st or whenever that was.
Right.
And then February 1st came around and the direct deposit didn't hit and he made a call and said, hey, what's the deal? And they're like, you meant 8? You said that much millions? We don't have it. And so this is what caused all this. Now, Jaden Rashada, the football player, now really doesn't matter. It's Jaden Rashada, the situation, the whatever comes out of this. So I think this will set at least some little bit of legal precedent over, or like rulemaking precedent over, okay, now we know what these people did wrong on all sides, and let's try to build some rules around how to prevent this from happening.
Yeah, there are schools that promise money and don't pay it, and there are schools that get a contract signed by the athlete, and the athlete doesn't honor it. You could patch up a little bit of that. It sure would be nice. I don't know where he's going to be playing again, but he could make enough money in this trial. I don't know. Maybe he won't. But I bet he would still give that up if he could just have gone to college. And
to be your best requires commitment, dedication, and intensity. It's what defines elite athletes and inspires Airwaav to find new ways to optimize your performance. Introducing Airwaav Recovery, a mouthpiece designed to work while you sleep to further unlock your potential. Airwaav Recovery features our patented reflex technology, small, integrated bumps uniquely positioned to activate your tongue's natural response. Your tongue will instinctively move forward, opening your airway and improving your quality of sleep. And thanks to our patented fitting material and a purpose-designed support wall, you'll enjoy a secure, comfortable fit all night long. With Airwaav Recovery, you sleep better and recharge faster. Airwaav Recovery. Recharge your potential.
And this would have been his, third year or so, and had a really good career that everyone thought he would have coming out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, he's had to have made some pretty good money at this point. Certainly not what he could have made if he was actually in one place and performing and starting and playing and doing all of that. But I mean, that ought to be interesting. I mean, I don't know what kind of just crazy things could be revealed in a situation like this. But yeah, we'd obviously get more details on how all this operated if it gets to this point. I mean, it's a long ways away. I suppose there's some things that can happen between now and then. But yeah, I mean, at this point, Jaden Rashada, lawsuit, small suit. Like, I mean, are you going to be able to live up to the ranking? And are you going to be a guy we're watching the pros one day? Or are you going to be that guy that's on the NIL, Mount Rushmore along with Nico, who we refer to as like these guys who popped for a second, got a cool NIL deal at the beginning, and then they just completely flamed out. Now, Nico's Nico was on a playoff team starting quarterback, so he's in a different category. But like in terms of where they ended up on the other side of college, that remains to be seen. But yeah, I mean, so far Rashada has been a headline guy, and for portal movement and for lawsuits and for really that's it. So yeah, I hope that turns out differently for him
in different ways. I'm not trying to match these guys together. But if there was right now, and Mount Rushmore topic is a lazy topic because you could go on and on with that, but it's also legitimate in this case. You mentioned Rashada, Nico. Who would be 4 names, college football from the start of NIL, and it doesn't mean because they didn't finish a contract, or because they bolted or wanted more money or they didn't get paid. Who would be 4 names in college football that would be on the Mount Rushmore to signify the NIL era? And I would say that one of them might need to be Quinn Ewers, because he was one of the first ones, remember, out of high school, goes to Ohio State, had a really good career at Texas. He didn't break any contracts and is going to get drafted this weekend. But I would think because he was one of the first that got the big money out of high school.
I don't think. I mean, I get where you're saying. I don't think Mount Rushmore is the right metaphor for it. There's going to be just like
poster child,
yeah,
okay,
poster children for different things of NIL, because Jaden Rashada is the worst overall story, right? Highly touted prospect, promised a bunch of money at school. Well, promised a bunch of money at school 1, commits there, almost signs there. School 2 comes in, reportedly beats the offer. He goes there. So he was going to go to Miami. Then he went to Florida, gets to Florida. They can't pay him. Goes to Arizona State, loses out the starting quarterback job to Sam Levitt, who's really good.
Which now, I mean, if that didn't make sense at the time, it makes plenty of sense.
Yeah. So loses out the starting quarterback job, then go, okay, well, I'm not going to start here. Also makes you wonder, would, DJ Lagway probably would have beaten him out too, because he was still coming to Florida in spite of Jaden Rashada the next year. Then goes to Georgia, gets beaten out by 2 guys, is now in the portal. Nico Iamaleava is the scary story of you sign the contract, he goes there, he helps you win, you're in the playoff, you're building towards another year to hopefully do it again, and then what happens? He decides he wants more money because you've thrown it around so well. Not only that, getting the state government to back you up on it and file injunctions, then he leaves. So that's
the poster child of putting an ultimatum on a school, and I'm sure other guys have done that, and they've behind the scenes. There's been no reporting about it, or that's on a message board, behind passwords somewhere, that there's stories of that schools did answer. But yeah, he's the poster child of it backfiring and blowing up.
And then Quinn Ewers is the one of states, right? Like, so the state of Texas would not allow high school players to make NIL. So he went, left early, went to Ohio State for a year, got his kombucha check, and then came back to where he wanted to come back to originally, which is play at Texas, stay there, help them get better and win, and now he's going to the NFL. So he's more a victim of the government than anything else. Otherwise, he's a pretty good story. The guy who's following up is another story, a guy who can make a ton of NIL money, then stay and just wait his turn because he knows it's going to work out better for me this way.
And it has his chance now this year to actually get almost all the snaps, hopefully, that he remains healthy with Arch Manning at Texas. So there's a few different type of discussions, topics that we had.